Hey everyone, it's Boogiebot Comics here. I'm just gonna do a really quick sort of review of Lone Star: Soul of a Soldier. I ended up getting the EVS cover just because at the time that's what he was promoting on some of his live streams whenever he had Mike S. Miller on. And honestly, I think I liked this cover a lot more than some of the other covers that were drawn up for the book. Preferably just I like this one the most. And yeah, that's where he signed it and everything. Overall, this is the first Soul of a Soul. This is the first Lone Star book I've ever bought from Mike Miller, and it was good for what it was. I think it was the artwork was great. Um, the artwork was good. The colors are fantastic, and just overall it wasn't anything too extreme or out of the ordinary, I guess. Story wise, there's nothing too much to kind of write home about, but um and I knew nothing about Lone Star going into this whole thing. I pretty much strictly bought it just for the artwork and just because I thought it looked cool at the time. And I think everybody pretty much had the same sort of like issues whenever they were getting them like sent over to people, that the package on how he had it, like in the I can't even remember if he had them in the Gemini mailers or not. I'm pretty sure he just had them in like the boxes where he had masking tape like over the corners. And to be honest, I didn't see that much of a problem when it came to that. But I know a lot of people, for a lot of people, they had trouble getting the masking tape off of their books for that reason. And obviously, with the whole getting it late to everybody, not being able to print it, he was Mike Miller was so tied to wanting to get it printed through Print Ninja, but he didn't really like with a lot of the money and proceeds that he got from the crowdfunding for this book. He kind of squandered it. He didn't. It feels like he didn't really know what his budget was gonna be, and then am I wrong in the fact that like I could have swore for Monster Hunt, where it had Richard C. Myers' Jawbreakers and some other Comicscape projects, I could have swore we were supposed to get an actual physical copy of it. I personally didn't get a physical copy. I thought he was including that with everybody's uh, backing tier, but I could be wrong. I haven't read it because I know he sent a digital copy out to people, but so from what I read in here, this is the first book, and the artwork is good. It's just a standard sort of like boy loves girl, like man loves woman, and hijinks ensue, you know. But for the most part, I really like the artwork that was in here. There's one specific panel that I know he was showcasing the most for the book, and I believe that was when they're at the diner. And yeah, there we go. Again, the art, like I can't knock Mike Miller for his artwork. His artwork is great. His storytelling, however, I don't know if this was strictly just from his like storytelling or if this was from somebody else. And actually, I can just look at the credits in here. Actually, yeah. So okay, I guess it was just strictly written from Mike Miller. Um, Granted, this is. It seems like this is the sequel book to another Lone Star. I went into this completely cold, so I don't know anything kind of going in, but overall, I thought the book was. I thought it was good. I thought it was pretty solid for what it was. Uh, would I buy another book from Mike S. Miller? I don't know. Um, strictly for his artwork, I think it's fantastic, and the colors that match with this specific artwork, and obviously this cover is gold. This is this is a fantastic cover from EVS and Kyle Ritter, who obviously does amazing colors for all of his books. But I think for the most part, this book was solid. It was solid. It got to everybody extremely late, but I think we all kind of knew that going into the project. From from him not just from him, like, I guess, like, overestimating how much he was going to be needing for the whole Indiegogo campaign, and then all the inclusions that he was putting into there, because I ended up getting a couple of trading cards out of it too. And I'm pretty sure he sent the Monster Hunt book with, like, the mega crossover with Jawbreakers and some of the other Comicsgate projects. But again, I could be completely wrong. I could have swore we were all supposed to be getting an actual print run of it. But yeah, I guess there's not a lot more to say. It's a classic sort of, like, it's just a classic sort of, like, revenge story. Lone Star being somewhat super soldier fighting vampires. It's good. It's a fun read, but there's nothing too extreme out of it, I guess, that you can kind of, like, grasp onto, or I guess want to read for too long. Like, I feel like I read it and I'm good. I think I'm good on whatever Lone Star is. I think this alone just kind of tells me, okay, I don't believe I personally need to buy any more of this story. But I would like to check out Lone Star 1 if this isn't Lone Star, like, if this is strictly just a sequel to the original Lone Star. I would maybe like to read the first Lone Star to see what I missed. This one just felt a little lacking in terms of just getting you into the whole story, I guess. And then there's obviously characters towards the end that are also superhuman, and just from how, like, just from how they're introduced, it just seems a little choppy from my perspective, just from reading it. But again, overall, just a fun story, fun read. The printing, like, time to print was a nightmare, and I know a lot of people getting it was. I know a lot of people getting it just had issues going into the whole project. Just strictly speaking on the work itself, I think it's good, and I think I think it was a solid book for what it was. Just, again, overall fun. Would I buy another one? I don't know. Just if the writing got a little better, and I'm not a fantastic writer either, but this is just coming from somebody who likes to read comics, and again, solid book, solid for what it was. But I think that's all. And this is BoogieBot Comics, giving my recommendation on Lone Star. I say it's a thumbs up. If you have problems with Mike S. Miller, that's another argument for another day. But strictly just on the work itself, I thought it was good. All right, that'll conclude this video for today. But yeah, those are my honest thoughts on Lone Star, The Soul of a Soldier. Again, overall, I give it a thumbs up. The artwork is fantastic. The story is a little lacking, but overall, I thought it was very good. For what it is, I thought it was very good. All right, I think that'll conclude this video for today. Be sure to follow the link in the description. I have a mailing list up for my newest graphic novel for Indiegogo. Hopefully you all like it. It's a steampunk sci-fi western adventure graphic novel. It's a lot of fun. It's going to be, I believe, about 60 to 70 pages. I'm not 100% set on the strict number of pages at the moment, but if you're into sci-fi and steampunk robots, You won't be disappointed with this book. So make sure you join the mailing list, and if you sign up for the mailing list, make sure you confirm that you're on the mailing list. When Indiegogo sends out emails after you've signed up for a mailing list, it'll actually ask you to confirm if you're on the mailing, like for you to confirm that yes, you want to be on the mailing list. So make sure you do that. And I think that'll be it for today. So this was BoogieBot Comics. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you sign up for the mailing list, and I'll be back to you with another review. I'm reviewing Seiko 66, I believe, from I believe James Fowler and Matthew Weldon. So that'll be coming up next. So stay tuned.